All right, welcome everybody to the Disc and That podcast show. Here's your host, Southpaw Rob, and
Hey y'all, how's it going? C-Rod here. Happy Friday. Excited to finally be back on after a 2-week break. Yeah. I mean, had a couple of tournaments that we'll tell you how those went, review the courses.
oh yeah, there was definitely a lot going on, and there was a lot to really recap and to talk about. Definitely, we can hit that up, and then but we're excited to have you guys back on. And thank you so much for liking and subscribing and listening to our content. You know, share it with your friends, and if you have any topics, once again, just shoot them to us. And or if you would like to be a guest on the podcast show, let us know. We're always willing to sit down and have a conversation. That's the cool thing about disc golf. I think disc golf lends itself to a lot of different personalities.
Yeah, definitely. And a lot of people that we've had on and whatnot. It teaches the community about who to connect with, who's a resource. I mean, there continues to be people joining this game of disc golf every day.
Oh yeah.
So it's fun. It's fun seeing people grow, seeing ourselves grow.
Oh yeah.
So we're excited, to talk about some of the stuff going around, just kind of catching y'all up and get you a quick update on everything. And stay tuned. We're gonna tell y'all how you can win some of these prizes. Here to my left, Rob's right, representing the Manu jersey.
Manu!
Let's go. But yeah, I mean, let's hop into it. I mean, I think, Rob, I want to hear about... Actually, let me start off, Rob, because I want to hear a little bit more about your courses. You have a few more.
You don't want to hear about my rounds, but I will share. I will share how it went down. But I love to hear how yours went, and kind of tell them where you were playing, and go ahead, man.
Yeah, so I played out in Red Rock. Love Moody's out there. I mean, I'm aware of what the course is going to bring every time. Again, biggest challenge for me usually every time is the tee box is a little sandy, but it helps to get my game better in a different aspect and how I throw my shots and everything like that. So still love going out there each and every time. Did pretty good, played with some great kids. I mean, Joshua Signs was on my card. And again, I played MA1. Had Landon Sides on my card. Guy named... Nathan, a pretty cool guy. But yeah, we had a good last day. The courses were playing a little tougher than usual. A couple of hole adjustments. That was a surprise to me. Pushed like a 1,000-foot hole to about 1150.
Whoa.
Yeah, so I mean, some different surprises, but for the most part, just at a different level of my game going out this time. I shot plus 24 for the tournament last time I was there.
Wow.
And then I finished the tournament even this time around, so it was pretty cool. But
it's a 24-stroke swing right there, man. Kudos to you.
Yeah, appreciate it. I shot rated well. I think I left a lot out there, but I guess that's going to be what pushes me to the next level.
Oh, we always leave a lot out there.
Yeah, and just reviewing the course again. Course played nice. If you get out there, you can actually go on the website, Moody's Disc Golf Country Club, book a tee time. They take parties up to 6, so you can actually have a 6 card and go out there and just make it a day, play 2 rounds. Shout out to Dave Moody out there running a great course. Always keeping it challenging. Had OB everywhere. There's lakes to go over. There's downhills. There's uphills. Over fences. There's through the trees, under the trees, over the trees. It provides a lot of...
If you're a shot shaper, this is a good course for you, and if you got some distance, you may have some advantage. Yes?
Definitely. I mean, and it's gonna make you better, right? Because before I played the longs back in March, playing the shorts was different, right? And so just knowing the course and where
playing the big boys tees.
Definitely, man. It isn't rip it and try and get birdie on every hole. It's placements and on some holes it's like, man, playing for par is pretty good.
You're not getting a birdie, right?
Yeah, for real. And just picking up strokes on folks and but yeah, I mean, again, island holes, beautiful out there.
How many courses is it?
It's 2 courses. You got Fire in the Mountain
and
Estimated Profit. And the final day, they mix it and they
that's right. They do 99.
Estimated Mountain, right? Or something like that. Yeah.
So what are the name of the layouts?
Profit, Estimated Profit, and then Fire on the Mountain, and then the combined layout, which they usually do that.
The last round,
yeah, and the Red Rock Show and Oktoberfest. So.
Yeah, there's some challenging courses or holes on the course where you have the parking. Which one's that one? The one over the little pond or the lake?
Yeah, that one's a Fire on the Mountain. And yeah, they definitely present both their challenges, right? You got to go over lakes, and it's tidal beasts, and then really, I think the biggest obstacle is the wind out there. So I mean, if you like the wind, that's the course to go play.
Well, it's always windy over there.
Right. But I mean, it's fun. Again, it tests your game, and courses you can't get. For us, you can't get that here in San Antonio.
Yeah.
Austin has like Roy G and Met, where they're a little bit more bomber courses. But yeah, I mean, I definitely recommend it. But again, placed third out there, pretty happy with
Nice,
that.
man.
Coming from third to last earlier this year, and yeah, hope to just kind of keep the good rounds coming. Added some points to the HOTS tour, so we'll see where that puts me. And then, but yeah, I mean, again, just review the course, and definitely check it out if you haven't. Highly recommend it. Again, Red Rock, Texas. Nice little course out there that Dave runs. But yeah, Rob, now to you, man. I mean, you played some. Let us know about the courses you played, what you thought about them. I mean, how'd you do out there?
And tell
them about the players pack, dude.
So, first of all, I think that was my problem. So I recently played an A tier in Tyler, Texas. If you've never been there, it's called the Rose City. It's where Dogwood's at. They have a Cedar and Hickory. There's 3 courses in Lindsay Park. Beautiful course, plenty of space to warm up, bathrooms around every corner. They have porta potties. It's always a well-run organization. I think it's Steve Story is the gentleman who runs it. And Dynamic Disc is sponsored by Dynamic Disc. There's definitely a lot of cool things going on there, right? So back to I'll get to the playing, but I think where this course kind of set it up, I felt like I won. And I still lost, but the course really handed it to me. Let's just say that. I didn't play my best, but I didn't play my worst either. I know I improved. I played that tournament 3 years. I think I played MA2, and then this one was MA1. So I've always played the short boxes or the mixed boxes. I think this time I played the big boy boxes. If you've never played Dogwood, it's like imagine, I don't know, being in a hallway and there being chairs everywhere, and then you trying to hit it down the hallway. Like, just imagine that. So, and there's some tough holes. They're long, so like you get punished really easy. But back to why I feel the tournament went the way it did. So shout out to them, Texas State's. It's the Piney Woods, not Texas State's. Piney Woods Open. Let me correct myself. Sorry. Their players pack was off the hook. It was a crazy players pack. I wish I could have brought it, and I should have probably. But there was a lot of cool things in their players pack. There was a bag. There was a commander.
A bag. You had like 3 bags.
I had 3 bags. I had one of those bags that holds all the discs. The practice bag.
Like a storage disc holder.
And then I had like 4 discs that I believe I got, and then I got a long sleeve shirt. A nice one.
The disc grabber.
I have the ball disc grabber, little suction cups and everything.
Suction cups.
Looks like Cocoon.
Yeah,
the movie Cocoon. The little. Anyways, but
beef jerky.
Got some awesome beef jerky. Got some stickers. Got there was the bag, obviously itself, the dynamic disc bag to hold everything.
Yeah, it was a combat sniper bag as well.
Yeah, and then I got that bag, the really heavy bag. So yeah, man, they definitely hooked it up. So automatically, I softened. My focus was lost. I was so.
He was a winner before he started.
Yeah. I was, and I felt like I had already won. I was like, you know what? I'm content. I don't care how I do. So I lost that edge. I lost that tiger. I had the tiger. So to speak. But getting back to the rounds, it was 3 days, 3 rounds, 1 day a round, and there's all these events throughout. So they do it big.
Did you make it out to any of the events?
No. I one of the other reasons I feel like I don't like to blame it on this because I went out there and played, but my back was spasming for the past 2 weeks. It's kind of been there's this knot back there, and it just feels uncomfortable when I throw forehands or backhands and putts. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't even hurt. It's like it's uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable, and it's I'm getting up there in age. But definitely, I think that kind of factored into it. I got to stay at a friend's house. She let me stay there. Kristen, shout out to Kristen Threadfield in Henderson. So I would drive 40 miles, so that car ride, obviously every day to the course kind of took its toll as well. But getting back to it, we started on Dogwood, which is the hardest course.
Is that I was going to ask you eventually too, but would you rank Dogwood the hardest out of the three?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Dogwood. If you've never seen it, it's on coverage. Jomez and Texas State's was held in Tyler. You'll see like 22. I think Barsby did something different in the previous tournament where he combined some of the courses.
Yeah.
I wasn't a big fan of that, but to each his own. But Dogwood itself is like there's shade. You're in prestigious type looking royal trees and. But it's if you get punished and there's the first two holes I put myself I wasn't even in a bad position. I missed a 40-footer for par, and then the next one I threw a forehand up the middle. It's real tight and like inches, and I felt like that was the theme for everything. It was like inches and fractions off, and I feel like it's because I wasn't following through. And typically, like when I wasn't committing.
Because you're like scared of yanking right into the
Well, and yes, that, but more so my back. It's like I said, it didn't hurt.
But it was present in your mind.
It was present in my mind, and I didn't want it to get worse. Because there was a few times that I did feel like, whoa, that
pushed it.
Like it pinched, and I was like,
so it kind of scares you
to really let one go. But anyways, I feel like I did well, and I played it blind. Mind you, this is one of the hardest courses in Texas. If not one of the hardest courses, the hardest course in Texas. So that it was more a mental challenge at that time. I don't know. For those of you out there, you know what that mental grind is like. You get back on track, and then I birdied like one of the hardest holes right after that. And they were like, man, I made like 120 footer, like just a straight up putt. Like I just putted, and I was like, it felt great. I thought it's like, yeah, that's right. That's right. And I felt like good. I felt like I was like, okay, in the very next hole, so I just missed a lot of opportunities. I put myself for birdies, and I missed a few of them. I missed like 2 circle putts, within the circle putts for birdie and par. And, I think that kind of, when I did that, I think it kind of frustrated me. I mean, I went even to, I was so like not thinking about what I was doing. It got me off my game to manage the course is what I should have done. And what I ended up doing was, throwing rollers and backhand rollers, trying to get around and and it was stupid because I was trying.
Eagle McMahon.
Thinking I was like, Matty O or something, I know I can do it. I just, I got unlucky in a few things, but that's disc golf,
And so, how do the other courses compare to Dogwood, right? I mean, are they as wooded? Is there?
Yes, they're a mix. They're a mix of open holes and.
And what were those again? What were they?
Cedar disc golf course and the Hickory course. Okay. So their distance, like some of them, and really tight gaps, and it's just like. The biggest factor for me that I realized in my putting, it wasn't bad because I made a lot of putts, but it was like putts that I normally make were landing short, and usually I miss high, and I'm like, okay, like what is it? It was partially the back, but the other thing that I factored in the last day, I was like, you know what? It's all sand. I'm putting in sand, so like I would feel my foot drop, and I would feel like. Just kind of slippery. I didn't feel like, what's that word called? I didn't feel like set and stable and like solid in my stance.
So do you feel that that's where you can maybe take a part of this weekend and be like, what, I got to work on this kind
and
of.
don't play course blind, obviously. Yeah. So no, I did that. The other 2 courses I had played as an MA2, but that one, I guess they don't let the MA2 guys play it because they'd be there for 5 hours. But the courses were long and. Punishing and sometimes unfair. I feel like you got punished a few times. I had a lot of rollaways in the last round. I'm like 200 feet in on a 1,000-foot hole or 900-foot hole on like 17 in the last round, and I ended up throwing it over the fence like literally right there. Like worst case, I'm gonna get a birdie, right? Not an eagle or nothing, or not an eagle, but a birdie or a par. On a hole that long. And 2 nice shots back to back, and then I throw my forehand. I'm trying to throw a little flex, and like apparently it just flexed, and it wanted to come back over the fence, and it just hit the fence, and then it kind of it normally skipped. It would have skipped over, but it was just a straight up shank. Like it wasn't like I meant to do that, but I didn't mean to do it like throw it 100 feet this way. I don't even know what it was, but anyways. That's kind of how it was. And I didn't throw a bunch of horrible shots. I feel like it was a game of inches. And courses like that, you've got to be on and you've got to commit to your line.
Well, shout out to Dynamic, right? But it seems like
good players pack for sure.
Players pack. They pick the right courses to do it at, right? And it just tests your game in a way that maybe courses here back home don't test your game and whatnot, right? And so
you get to see a lot of different lines and a lot of the shot shape for sure.
And it makes it exciting because like I've never played out there, right? So now I'm definitely think I'm going to commit myself to playing there next year because I think this is like you said, second, third time you played it. So I know you've been irking me to go out there and so Sizzler. So I'm excited to see.
Man, you tear that one up in Junction.
Those
three courses.
Test your skills at these places.
Yeah, most definitely. So I learned a lot. I feel like, just to recap it, I had a good time. Obviously my back was not in the best of shape, and I've taken all this week off because it was just this past weekend. I feel like I'm getting in a better place physically, mentally. That's the other thing about courses like that is that you have to mentally be strong. You're gonna take bogeys.
Yeah.
And it's not because you're playing bad. It's because you put yourself in certain positions that you have to make certain putts in awkward angles.
And if you're not bogeying, chances are you're probably towards the top. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
But
and speaking of the top, shout out to Alan Jansen, MP40 winner, taking his A tier down. Great job, Alan.
He destroyed those courses. I think. It fits his game so well, though.
He's got a nice forehand.
His nice little flick, man. He just
just shape it, like butter.
Just effortless, accurate shots. So shout out to him. Representing San Antonio, there was a lot of competitors in the MP40, and he took it down, and I'm excited to kind of see where he continues, to go, and how he continues to play. So and honestly, he plays Armenian, so I'm able to get free lessons out there whenever I see him play, and it's cool seeing him play. So shout out to you, Alan.
Congratulations, buddy, and shout out to Dustin Mackey. He was out there as well too. Mackey, he played in the same division. Nice. He did better than I did. I think there was, I don't know how many. I think it was like 50 or 60.
Yeah, you had 50, 60 out there. So
in my division.
It was definitely, I want to say it was 65 if I remember correctly.
Shout out to Dustin Mackey. He went out there
64 out of 60. No, I'm just kidding.
I didn't do that bad. But thank you so much, guys. If you'd like to share any stories as well, too, come and share something that's maybe interesting as well. So just a shout out to all those guys that went out there and are out there putting themselves out there and competing every weekend. Because man, it's not easy. That was just 3 days for me, and I was just like, man, I want to get home to my family. I'm tired.
Yeah, it's a lot, and it's you're exhausted out there, and then not to mention Moody's. It's
and I'm old.
8,000 foot, 10,000, and he is old. 10,000 foot courses. Both courses in one day. And so, this tests your endurance, it tests your mindset, things of that sort. So, if you haven't checked out neither of these courses we just talked about, check them out, find out for yourself, learn for yourself, and it's going to really test your mind, your mental game, and your talent, your skill that you've learned so far, or how you can get better, right?
And mental toughness for sure. I know I definitely improved from when I played MA2 and I played the shorts.
Yeah.
So I know there was definitely a lot of improvement.
And so that's next year. There's probably going to be more improvement there.
And that's what I'm always looking. That's one of the things that I did take away from it. Not only did I get to get an awesome players pack, but I definitely, that experience is, something you can't replicate,
And I'm sure you meet card mates too. I played with great card mates all weekend, man. People I didn't know, and it was weird because usually when I'm playing in the area tournament, I know people.
Yeah.
And I didn't really know people this time around. I think I played with one person I knew. Other than that, it was cool,
Well, the funny thing that you say that, everybody that played on my card, obviously I got last on my card in the first round, but they were all in the top 10.
Oh, wow.
And that was crazy. I felt like I was there, you know what I mean? So I felt good about that because at the end I saw them high up there and comparing my game to their game,
not far off.
It's not even close.
Yeah.
It was not that I was better, but I felt more so I wasn't out of their league. They weren't out of my league, and I didn't feel like I would I got my butt whooped, yeah, for sure. But definitely learned a lot, and I think taking those experiences and it's gonna help you down the road.
Yeah. So learn from your losses, not from your wins, right? But
most definitely.
moving forward, all right. You know, again, those are courses we like. Again, comment if there's a course you want us to check out.
Oh yeah,
or
definitely.
if you want us to go play with you, or you want us to, you know, come play with us. We'll show you around here in San Antonio. But yeah, moving forward nationally, right? I mean, we got a couple events going on right now that are pretty interesting.
So like right now, as we're filming this, these are going on right now. Is Friday.
It's Friday, yeah.
The Throw Pink women's event, the A tier.
The A tier.
And then the major for USDGC.
Yep.
Those are going on, and they're in round 2, and they just finished round 2, right? So tomorrow will be round 3.
Yeah, that's at Winthrop University.
Yeah.
Beautiful
historical course. What is it? The 20-year anniversary, 25-year?
Something like that.
I think it's 25 years. So, because one of the things that I was excited about those 2 events was they were Kenny, the champ Kenny, and he apparently he's going to be in the booth full time, and I think that's a breath of fresh air. I love Philo, great guy, you know. Other than him saying,
I like it, champ.
Yeah, champ, you know, champ.
Yeah.
Let me say it again, champ.
I saw the feed all.
Like, how do you feel, champ?
Yeah,
champ. All right, it gets old.
They definitely told him something because it was toned down a lot today.
They're like, hey dude, come on.
They're like, you're saying it every other word.
But it, you know, and it was all in respect and love and stuff like that.
For
but
sure.
it is what it is, you know. I mean, and it was good. Like, I really enjoyed listening to his content and listening to that, and you know, his breakdown of the game. He was very mechanical. I wouldn't say mechanical. I'd say more so along the lines of analytical of the game.
He surprised me. Yeah, he surprised me.
He was very smooth. Mm-hmm. He was there, and not that he knows the game. You can tell he really knows the game.
That's the biggest part.
Especially that course.
Yeah.
You know, he's won multiple times there, and I think there's only been 13 winners in USDGC overall, and it's a 25-year history, I believe it is.
Yeah. And that's the biggest thing is he's played the game at a high level, so he knows.
The best. Some people argue the GOAT. You know, that's the whole other debate with him and Paul McBeth, and but I don't know.
I don't know, man. This is a new generation up and coming. I mean, you got to look forward to your Gannon Burrs and Kyle Kleins here in the next 5, even 10 years.
Anthony
you know, Barella. I mean, you got Sullivan Tipton, which I'll get to here in a bit, man. But yeah, I mean, just looking at the results as of right now, I mean.
So where are the standings right now? So we have right now
so
round 2.
Throw Pink.
Let's start with Throw Pink, and shout out to the women that are out there too. Like there's a pretty good field out there.
Not just that, Americans got to be scared of these Finland and Finland and where is it? Sweden and Estonia.
Yeah.
These girls are, I mean, half of them are representing the top 10 right now.
Yeah, it's definitely Evelina's in first, right? I think she's at -14. Then you have Hannah Bloomers at -12, Ella Hansen at -11, Holland.
Shout out to Ellen. What does she have? -10
she
round.
She shot the hard round.
Yeah.
So she came back in I think she moved up like 16.
Yeah,
18 spots or something like that.
She put herself. What's crazy is she put herself in the position.
Oh yeah, she's in the position to strike.
Yeah,
most definitely.
Strike. Yep. And then again, think about it. I mean, any one of them top 10 people could shoot another 10 down. She proved it could be
10
done.
over.
Right, and me personally, I don't think Ella's game is where Blomroos and Evelina and Tatar.
She bombs.
Yeah, she bombs.
She bombs.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Sometimes she bombs.
Yeah, and of course, like Winthrop,
anything can happen.
Not only that, but you have to be very, very precise, and the landing zones are kind of tricky. The angles and the hyzer shot is there for the backhand, right hand. But you have to have that distance control. That's what makes it challenging. And if you don't have that dialed in, you're going to take some doubles out there. Just trying to get back into it, or maybe missing the clown's mouth. I think it's 15.
Yeah.
Then you got the other clown's mouth, the little tiki, the gate looking thingy.
Oh, yeah.
So
I
haven't seen. Has anybody hit an ace there? Did anybody hit an ace?
We'll talk about that today.
Who hit the ace?
It isn't a woman.
Oh, okay.
But,
so back to the Throw Pink, I hope that we end up with Tatar's not too far away either. I think she's right there too.
Honestly, Tatar's never too far away. No matter what, you can never count her out. Like, she'll be back on the lead card by final day for sure.
I don't see Evelina winning. I really don't see her with her putting. no shade or nothing like that. It's probably better part of me, but obviously that's gonna hold her back, and she's got a cannon as well, and she's got all the parts of the game. And I think it's the mental side of the putting more so than she's capable, like more.
Yeah. But, same with Blumroos. They're a big bomb, dude, but their putting is not where Owen is. Missy Gannon, Kristen Tar.
Do you feel like they get the same scrutiny that somebody in MPO would?
I mean,
like if you saw guys in MPO missing that.
So yes and no. As a whole FPO division, no. Individuals, yes. So when you have Kristen misses a circle one.
We saw Katrina did the first round.
Yeah,
you see what she did? That was brutal to watch.
Bogeyed or so.
She's going to do some stuff.
Yeah, but it happens, man. I mean, it's disc golf for you, but at the end of the day, you got to realize you got to reset yourself. She just tried to speed through that. Like she knows she's a pro. Reset. Take clear your mind. Do whatever you need to do.
Those cameras are on you. You're like, man, everybody's watching me, and I just 5-putted.
She 4 or 5 putted in a matter of a minute or 2 minutes.
No, it wasn't even that. I think it was like 20 seconds or something.
It's like.
But it was.
But anyways, it's unacceptable.
So do you think, I guess back to that, do you think that they get as much shade or scrutiny as the men do?
Yeah, and I don't.
What do you think's the difference?
I think the difference is, it's just the fact that I think it's the matter of like, men are just so say circle one, right? Just they're just looked at a higher level. There's so much competition, so you have to be the best putter, or you got to make every circle one putt, or just about to be in that top percentage, right? With the women's, there is a separation there. So I feel like you do have your elite players, then you have your good players, and then you have the up and coming players, right? Or maybe just into the MPO division, right? So. That's what I was saying. I think with the women's, the top elite players get scrutinized a little bit more. With the men's, in general, you just get scrutinized.
And I hope they prove me wrong. I really do, because I never root against anybody or nothing like that. But definitely, I just feel like I don't think it's the same. I think it's a little, and I think, in all fairness, I believe the depth of the MPO field won't allow for that. You're not there. There's no way. And I think MPO is just not there yet. Like you said, there's such a huge discrepancy between these top 15 players and everybody else.
Right.
And that's what it is. I think that's what it boils down to. But these ladies can, they can get away with it because they throw far. And I think that what separates, I don't say the lower tiered, low rated players are definitely, so you have more 1,000 player, even above 10-10. Rated players in MPO, and like anytime you've got to average these days like 1060 1075 to win
I mean, you have Calvin who's 1051 rated.
That's just ridiculous. The consistency, don't even get me started about ratings. I don't even think they're fair, but whatever.
They definitely aren't fair, especially, but I mean,
I could have a whole other show about that. That's how I feel about that, but it's just
women's, they're doing great right now. It's a close race. I think anyone up until the third card right now could still have it.
I believe so too.
And then you got shout out Alexis. She's on the chase card tomorrow. She plays with Kristen, so I think she's gonna push. Kristen's gonna make anyone push, right? So I think if you're on a card to play with her,
and she's not gonna back down either.
No. And then also shout out to the girl I was telling you about. What's her name? Elijah Metling.
Oh yeah, Metling.
Yeah, dude. World distance champ, throwing like 550-ish. 16 years old.
She throws farther than you.
She throws further than me, guys, and
not me,
but think about
just kidding. I don't know that.
That just tells you form, right? Form and practice, and you don't have to be the strongest, the fastest.
It's all about that snap and spin, man.
Snap and
spin,
that form, follow through. Everything just has to come together, and she has it going at a young age. And again, shout out to their generation, right? I think you have like her, you have Cadence Berg, right?
Mm-hmm.
Burgess or so. A couple, young girls out there still pushing. I was actually weirdly watching just because I try and watch everything on YouTube, and I was seeing the FJ15 because it was basically I'm just bringing out ones to watch, and dude, they have some girls up and coming. I'm telling you, there's the MA1 girl I saw, Trinity Bryant. She eagled like 2 holes out there doing the women's championship.
Wow.
Bombing, and then like I said, some of these FJ15 girls, it's like, okay, cool. I mean, it's some of these
good future,
right? It's
and definitely a good future now. Like I think it's setting up for like somebody to fall apart on 17 or 18 I know it. I mark my words.
17 will get you.
I think 17. To see somebody like Johnny McRae, like he did, he had it back in the day. That happened to Johnny McRae. Like I think he had like a 4-stroke lead going into 17. But that's gonna happen in FPO. I know it.
And
I hope it's not like anybody, but I just know.
I'm sure it's happened already.
And at USDGC, those last 2 holes, and the back 9, it's just challenging. 15, 16, 17.
Yeah. That tough stretch right there.
And there's a lot of trouble anywhere really on those courses,
But yeah, 17 will get someone this weekend. And they haven't got wind yet either.
No, it's like it was like two
yesterday
2 mile an hour winds or something like that. Yeah.
No rain in the forecast, they said, but apparently wind coming in.
It's gonna come in low. I think whoever wins now the USDGC is definitely going to be averaging about 8, 9, maybe 10 under every round. So I think the winner will come in at like 38 to 43.
I mean, so far leaders at 9 average, which is Joel Freeman.
Yeah.
He's in first place right now, but you got a young Kyle Klein behind him.
Oh yeah,
hungry Kyle Klein.
I know he came in second to Pollard, lost in the playoff, I believe.
And like I was mentioning, that Sullivan Tipton. I was watching the coverage earlier.
That dude, he's got like his forehand looks like a machine, like he's throwing it on a pitching machine. I'm just like, oh my gosh, that's.
Did you see where he ended up on 18? He was all the way up the hill on his forehand.
Wow.
Easy putter approach, tap in birdie, right? I don't know if we ended up getting the birdie though. It was like a 25-footer, but it has a depth putt.
Yeah,
right.
That last hole was kind of that. Even the ones that are like within 20 feet, like or anything inside of 20 feet, I still feel like man, because the basket's just a weird height, and then like it's behind it is OB, and then you have like ridges. Like,
I saw a lot of people miss that putt today. I saw who was it? Kyle Klein missed. I saw Matty O miss.
Oh yeah.
Simon almost missed. Yeah, there was a lot of misses, and it definitely is daunting, right? But yeah, I mean, shout out to Sullivan Tipton. He's the one who had the ace on, I believe, 7, the one with the mouth.
Oh yeah. He hit an ace.
Crazy forehand, dude. It was it swooped in right before the wall, and it freaking just like literally, I'm talking, had to be less than an inch, and just skipped straight into the basket. Yeah, dude, it was pretty cool. And then if you look at that, he went like birdie, bogey, birdie, like. Kid had a great round. Yeah, he's on a heater, and I think this round was going to be the tester. Like, unfortunately, Robert Burridge, representing the Lone Star District here in Texas, he shot +1.
He's a solid player. He really is a solid player. He just hasn't been able to finish the tournament.
Yeah, he's young. He'll get there.
And I definitely see a bright future for him, and shout out to him. But he didn't have the best of round, and a lot of other national, pretty popular players and pretty capable caliber players that are dangerous. If you put them in a field like this, they're the favorites. Eagle. I believe Eagle's at he's in 18th right now.
Yeah. And then Gannon 20-something.
Yeah.
Heinberg's 30th, as long with Isaac.
Yeah.
Isaac Robinson,
I mean, who's the other one? Definitely Ricky Wasaki.
Yeah, Wasaki.
He's at -4. I think I don't even know where he's at. Do you know where he's at?
No, man, I don't. I mean, honestly, I just remember him being like not even on the first 5 screens of its the rankings.
And I think the field's just catching up. Like I really do feel like the field's catching up, and these newcomers and these new they're gonna have their days. Those pros are. I mean, they're not 1050, 1040 for nothing, but.
The thing is you take a double and now you went 20 places down.
Yeah, and it's tight. And I think anybody within the top.
Bradley Williams was up there too. Yeah, shot like a hot round.
He's on the lead card. He's on the lead card tomorrow, going into round 3. So shout out to Bradley Williams. End of a disc.
I also saw Connor up there as well too.
Connor O'Reilly. Yeah. So there's a lot of cool things going on, but. What stood out to you from this course? Like what did you enjoy and what stood out to you?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing that stood out to me was just like one, there's some pretty tough holes, right? Where I think some of the pros just try to do too much and end up getting themselves in trouble. But you have to hit your lines, man. I mean, you have to hit your lines as a pro too. I will say there's some of the lines that I thought were not as challenging, where you see some of the other, like some of the players that are in the lead right now throw it, and it was like, wow, they made that hole look easy. And then you have some of these stars, I mean, Calvin and everything like that, just making these holes look so hard right now, or maybe trying to do too much. And and maybe, I mean, but that stood out to me again. It was just some of these holes I didn't think that I would just kind of eat some of these players' lunches. It did.
Yeah.
And again, no wind happening right now either. So
Ideal.
Yeah.
Scoring.
But I mean, if there's wind tomorrow, I think that's going to make a huge difference.
Yeah. I think tomorrow, somebody's going to shoot 11 or better. Yeah. I have a feeling somebody's going to have a hot round. I don't know who's going to
be. Who shot that today? Chris Clemens.
Chris Clemens was really good. Shout out to Lefty. But he's definitely up there. Who else is up there? Adam Hammes.
Adam Hammes shot what 10 down or so.
My boy Simon Lazat's up there. I think he's within striking distance. Proctor is up there. Then you also have Matty O.
Matty O's up there as well. And he got that win. He got that feel for a win.
I think he's going to be definitely in the if not on the lead card, he'll be on the chase card for sure going into the last round.
Oh, Barella was the other one we're thinking of. That it was like he's just.
Yeah, he started off good. Like, he just took a few bad, holes, 2 bad numbers and a few holes, and had a lot of birdies. But he just, had a double and had some bows here and there.
Yeah, and looking at it right now, I'm just looking. I'm like, man, I mean, there's just so many people that are within 8-9 strokes and less away. I mean, that's top 20 is still that away, and. I mean, some of the sneaky names in there that I know could throw around together, like your Chris Dickersons, your Aaron Gossage, Andrew Marwade. Like, these are guys who could definitely pull 11, 12 course record kind of stuff off and put themselves right back in the mix.
So talking about who's in it, who you got finishing with the win. I know we're going to round 3 tomorrow, but, as of right now, I guess it's kind of cheating, but, I'm just kidding.
Man, you know what? Honestly, dude, just kind of looking at the coverage today, I mean, obviously a bunch of names that are still at the top that can take it. I mean, Joel Freeman's at the top right now. He played well today, but he hasn't had a bad round yet, and I think that's going to come. For some reason, I say Sullivan Tipton, man. I feel
think he's going to win.
I feel like for some reason it's just going to be a dark horse. I think someone.
You think he's going to be winning it?
I think he's going to win it, dude. Okay. I think someone who's going to give him like Bradley. Shout out to Brad, but I don't see him taking it. I think Lazat's going to push him at the final day. I think I don't think Adam Hammes stays up there, man, but I think for some reason Matty O climbs his way in there some way, and then Kyle Klein, dude. I think Kyle Klein's going to be the man to beat.
That's who I have. Who's going to win it? He's going to win it. That kid is so underrated, and his game is so solid in every facet. His putt is awesome.
And what's crazy is, man, I remember seeing him a couple years ago, and if you ever saw his putt, he was rocking back and forth with his putt. And if you notice, he does it a lot slower now, short, and
it's because he's got a girlfriend now. I think that's what it is, right? That girl walking.
Rick Yachty.
Yeah. Another FPO player.
FPO player. Yeah. She's up and coming. She's still pretty young, man, and but I mean, she bombs as well. She throws well, and she has a pretty good mentor, I would think, on her side.
Oh yeah. That's who I have winning it. I don't see Joel Freeman. I don't see. He's a strong player, like one of the best, obviously, in the world, and he's always up there in rankings and stuff like that. I don't know.
Mental game isn't there. I don't think his mental game is there.
Yeah, I think that's his temper.
Yeah.
His temper.
And we saw that on 17 today.
Yeah, so he threw a little tantrum.
And it kind of carried over to 18 where...
He got a bogey on 18 too, right?
I think so, man.
Yeah, he got mad because he missed the putt, right? The birdie, and everybody kind of big putted him there.
Yeah.
Right?
Because
he was the closest. Yeah, he was the closest. And I think that's what made him mad.
Actually, he birdied 18.
Oh, well, way to come back. But, I just don't see it. I don't see it. Not that I don't want it to happen, but, I'm putting that out there.
Yeah.
Not out there for it to happen, but I just see Kyle Klein being too steady and too good a putter.
And Kyle Klein has a win under his belt this year, so he's proven that he knows how to finish.
Yeah, and he's been there. I feel like he's been in a lot of big spots, and he wants it. He got second. I think that storyline's just there.
But but definitely let us know. Comment, let us know who you think is a winner, and that's gonna kind of bring us into our kind of like mini raffle giveaway that we're gonna do.
Tell them about it, C-Rod.
I'll let Rob explain the disc and what we're giving away. But basically, we want to hear who you think is gonna win. Right? Comment on our page. We'll post this video. Actually, DM us first, right? So if you're hearing this
on our Facebook page, DM us to our messenger and let us know.
We got to get we'll get this out to y'all right away. Now that I'm thinking about it.
No, I'll get it out. I'll get it out.
We'll get it out. And so if you're one of the first ones to hear it or so, comment anything. If you get it correctly, and there's multiple listeners who got it correctly, we'll throw you in a little raffle to take home some of these discs today. We'll ship them out to you. And say if you're the only one, we appreciate you listening and listening to our instructions, and we'll get you at least a prize your way for sure.
Almost definitely.
Yeah,
we got more prizes coming too. So we got a lot of cool giveaways and cool stuff for sharing our page and stuff like that. Hit that like and subscribe button and definitely share it. C-Rod, thank you. But let's talk about these discs real quick. So here we have several different discs. So this one we have is the Rive, the Royal Rive.
Just started throwing it. It's a nice disc.
It's a nice one. It's I believe that the weight is 173 from latitude 64. Nice bomber, 13.5, 3.5. Definitely a bomber. Nice disc. Nice color too.
Then you got I think this is the Grackle.
This is the Grackle from Mint Disc. I believe in their Sublime plastic.
And it's from our tournament stamp that we had. The
Spooktacular.
Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
Especially it being October.
Oh, yeah. Then we have I'm going to give away one of my awesome Players Pack stamps. This is a Texas Disc Golf. It's got the stamp for what I got in the thing. And I think it's one of these Orbit plastic. I don't know, the Judge. So this is a 176 grim. It's got a Rasta stamp on it. Really nice. Feels good. And it's gummy too. It's like tacky. So we're going to be giving away those. You obviously get a koozie and stuff like that. So like and subscribe. Definitely follow the instructions that Mr. C-Rod said here.
And then also, I want to throw one more out. The way someone is going to get... So one of the giveaways is going to be guessing the winner, raffling that off. The other one, I want to throw a secret word out.
Oh, yeah. So if you repeat this word, and that's for the messaging. I think he got confused.
Yeah. And
so don't put that secret word on the
page.
Yeah.
DM us on Facebook.
And say hey.
And like, hey, the secret word is Ginobili. Just like Rob's jersey today, right? So Ginobili, send it in, and we'll say
the next podcast. We'll definitely raffle it off
next Friday. So you have a week to listen to this podcast almost. And you're going to have DM us. We're going to throw your name in a raffle, and we're going to send you one of these discs as well, too. So 2 ways you can win. 1, just send us your winner. 2, secret word.
Oh, yeah. So, guys, Ginobili.
Yeah.
So thank you guys so much for listening. I would like to thank our sponsors. Definitely Sweet Roll Creations and
Imagine the Reaction. Gateway.
Gateway, definitely. Thank you. Shout out to them for sponsoring me. Disc Kings.
Disc Kings, yeah.
Definitely shout out to Disc Kings.
Hollywood,
Dave.
Yep.
So,
and then also everyone that's been on House of Flying Discs, thanks for coming on, supporting us, Kraken, Mint Disc members, Jimmy and Alan, Amy and Kevin. We played out at their ranch today. Beautiful.
Check it out,
Monahan Ranch.
They're doing some good things there.
Yeah, they're going to throw some more events. Get out there. It's fun as heck, man. I had a blast out there, and it's a beautiful ranch. It's actually a wedding venue as well, too.
Oh, nice.
But beautiful scenery out there. Be on the lookout for more from them. But, Amy Monahan, Kevin Monahan. And also, we're going to also be having guest William Monterey on. He runs the leagues around here, First Available League. And then also we have sanctioned leagues. And then we're going to have Justin Davison, Turkey Ridge creator, his land out there.
So we got some guests coming up, so check it out. Definitely programmed in and scheduled in already. But thank you for liking and subscribing, listening to our content. If you want to hear more, just like and subscribe, share it with everybody, and make sure you leave us a comment on the YouTube page.
Yeah, continue to listen. We're going to continue to do giveaways. Just guys who want to help grow the community, help you grow. Just let us know. See how we can help us out, and if there's anything that you ever need help out with, you're throwing a tournament, whatnot, reach out to us, and we'll definitely sponsor something in the tournament.
Yeah. Peace.
There you go.